Today's Catholic Mass readings and Gospel reflection. Wednesday of the 34th, November 29, 2023. Feast Day of Saint Saturninus. First reading is taken from the book of Daniel chapter 5. Verses 1 to 6, 13 to 14, 16 to 17, 23 to 28. King Belshazzar gave a great banquet for 1,000 of his lords, with whom he drank. Under the influence of the wine, he ordered the gold and silver vessels which Nebuchadnezzar, his father, had taken from the temple in Jerusalem, to be brought in so that the king, his lords, his wives and his entertainers might drink from them. Suddenly, opposite the lampstand, the fingers of a human hand appeared, writing on the plaster of the wall in the king's palace. When the king saw the wrist and hand that wrote, his face blanched, his thoughts terrified him, his hip joints shook, and his knees knocked. Then Daniel was brought into the presence of the king. The king asked him, "Are you the Daniel, the Jewish exile, whom my father, the king, brought from Judah? I have heard that the Spirit of God is in you, that you possess brilliant knowledge and extraordinary wisdom. I have heard that you can interpret dreams and solve difficulties, if you are able to read the writing and tell me what it means. You shall be clothed in purple, wear a gold collar about your neck, and be third in the government of the kingdom." Daniel answered the king, "You may keep your gifts, or give your presents to someone else, but the writing I will read for you, O king, and tell you what it means. You have rebelled against the Lord of heaven. You had the vessels of his temple brought before you, so that you and your nobles, your wives and your entertainers, might drink wine from them. This is the writing that was inscribed: Min, Tekel, and Perez. These words mean: Min, God has numbered your kingdom and put an end to it. Tekel, you have been weighed on the scales and found wanting. Perez, your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Responsorial Psalm. Give glory and eternal praise to him. A reading from our Holy Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 21, verses 12 to 19. Jesus said to the crowd, "They will seize and persecute you. They will hand you over to the synagogues and to prisons, and they will have you led before kings and governors because of my name. It will lead to your giving testimony. Remember, you are not to prepare your defense beforehand, for I myself shall give you a wisdom in speaking that all your adversaries will be powerless to resist or refute. You will even be handed over by parents, brothers, relatives, and friends, and they will put some of you to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair on your head will be destroyed. By your perseverance, you will secure your lives." Reflection from our Holy Gospel. They will seize and persecute you. The intermediate time between the fall of Jerusalem and the second coming of the Son of Man can be considered as the time of the Church. Luke records that in the formation of the early Church, the disciples of Jesus undergo persecutions and trials. The Christians' departure from the Jewish synagogue exposes them to the antagonism of the Jews, and some are persecuted. The Jewish Christians no longer enjoy the privileges given to the Jews by the Roman authorities. Soon after, authorized persecution breaks out in Rome, and many Christians are put to death. But the church is not destroyed. The blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church, writes early church theologian Tertullian. He argues that in Carthage, North Africa, persecution actually strengthens the church, as martyrs bravely die for the faith. Onlookers convert.